Hello again, everyone. This is RLT152. We have now reached the final video in this hat collection. First off, I should mention that if you watched the last video I did on the other sports hats that I had, it actually got cut off at the very, very end. I knew my memory card was going towards the end, but I didn't think I'd be talking as long as I did. But the good news is I was already on the last hat just explaining it concerning the Little League World Series, and that was the first time I went, so basically got everything. But I've now cleared out my memory card, so I have plenty of room, well more than enough room to do this last video on the non-sports hats that I have. I had a handful of them. First one, this is a hat for the Spectrum. The Spectrum was probably the other big Philadelphia monument. Well, really, the first Philadelphia monument that was there a long time ago, or stadium, I should say, not monument, at the sports complex was JFK Stadium, and that closed down when I was really little, and then they knocked it down, and they built what was originally was called Spectrum 2, and then it became the Core State Center, then the First Union Center, then the Wachovia Center, now the Wells Fargo Center, and then the other one was Veterans Stadium, which they tore down, and it's just a parking lot now for the other two newer stadiums they have, Lincoln Financial Field, home to the Eagles, and Citizens Bank Park, home to the Phillies. But the other one that they had this for a very long time, from 1967 to 2009, the Spectrum. Here's the hat. They knocked it down to make way for the Philly Live Entertainment Complex, which opened this past March. But there you go, the colors, and the logo of the Spectrum in the years 1967 through 2009, and in the back as well. And it's another elastic one, which is probably, in fact, without a doubt, my least favorite of the kind. But what can you do? That's what it is. Next hat is the Creation Festival. I went to Creation a few years, 2008, 2009. I haven't been back 6 months to go again. It's a big Christian music festival. It takes place in Mount Union, Pennsylvania, in kind of this central PA. Here it is, Creation right here. This actually, wasn't intending on buying it, but I forgot to bring a hat that year, so I went out and bought this hat, and now I'm happy I did, because I kind of like it. As you can see from all the sweat just from that couple days, look what it did to it. And then the back, this is from 2009, another elastic. But yeah, I don't think I've worn this since, but it just, so much sweat from those and the water and stuff dumping on me. This next one, hat I really like, from Clementon Park. Never went there when I was younger. It's a place in New Jersey. I first got there in last June of 2011, because a local radio station, 95.7 Ben FM, was sponsoring early admission for $9.57. So I took that, and they also had someone there from Desperate Housewives, Teresa Guidance, who was doing autographs and pictures and stuff. And it was a nice place. I mean, it's a small place. It's more of a carnival atmosphere. But I really like the water park. And for that price, I don't think I'd pay full price, but for that promotional price for an all-day admission was pretty cool. And then I saw this hat, which I really like. It's probably the closest thing I have to a trucker hat, I think. And probably, because, the old Clementon Park here and the lettering and the thing around it with the orange, which really screams trucker's hat itself. And then the netting again. This is, I think, the first hat I had that had actual netting. Other ones I bought since, where you can see through. And for some reason, though, it doesn't have snaps. It has Velcro, which I really didn't get. But other than that, the whole thing screams trucker hat, and so I just had to get it. Now, this next one is from a movie, actually, that came out, I believe, in August of 2010, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It was an advanced screen at another station, actually, Radio 104.5, although I got mine through the internet station Why Not Radio, my passes to it. Sponsored the night before. They had, which of course, based on like the video game. I really liked it. It had, what's his name in it? I think Michael Cera, was in that. I always get him mixed up with Jesse Eisenberg, but I think it was Michael Cera was in it, who I'm a big fan of. But anyway, and if you don't know, I've always thought about doing films on video reviews, but I go to a ton of films a year. I probably average at least 30 films a year. But this one I went to because it was a promotional thing. And what happened, how I got this hat was, I answered a trivia question, and, so they had me come down, and I got this hat, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, with the snap, and also a place to feed it into. Yeah, pretty much except for that, It's all white. Everything else is white. This next one I got for my trip. I've been to Nintendo World twice. About this time last year when I went to the 9/11 World, but also I went in 2009. And this is from the first time I went in 2009. Another one of those, throwback hats that says "Classically Trained," established 1985, which you all know is the year that the original Nintendo came out. And of course, the new system, the Wii U, is set to come out in just a couple weeks. But I'm not 100% sure I do have the Wii, if I'm going to get that or not. But if I do, I'm going to wait at least a year before deciding. But this Classically Trained thing, which is stitched on the controller, and also, like you said, like these little kind of like you're supposed to represent like a worn hat marks, and the snaps, which is one of the main reasons why I love this the most, is the plastic snaps. And actually inside, I didn't even know this, here it says Nintendo. Yep, I've been a big Nintendo fan, always have. Always preferred over any other game system over the PlayStation or the Xbox. Always loved Nintendo ever since I was very young. And these next two, the last two hats in this video and the last two hats in the hat collection series are kind of, I don't want to say throwaway hats, they're somewhat. I think I've gotten these for free at different places. Like this one was an Aeropostale cap. I think I got for free buying stuff on it. I guess around like the early 2000s I had a whole Aeropostale phase. Really haven't bought that much in a number of years. But this is an Aeropostale hat, established in 1987 on the back. And another one of these ones with a... This is another one of those hats that's not an actual button, but it's one of those things that clamps down like this and it feeds it in. So, on the very last hat, I know I got this. I've been a subscriber to Sports Illustrated for a number of years. And every year, or every couple years, I renew, and I get a couple things. Many years, and this isn't a hat. I've renewed. I've gotten like a scanner radio a couple times. Gotten a T-shirt, a watch once, a equipment bag, and actually the most recent thing, that's not just to get it out here to show you, that I got just recently is this toiletry kit, which I like a lot. It says SI. I know it's not a hat, but just to show you my recent thing. But one year, I don't know what it was. It was an actual hat. So this is the SI hat. This is another one that has like the little circle buckle you move over and it feeds back in. So I guess I have a couple of these in the non-sports category. So actually there's a buckle though. But so yeah, there's the SI hat I got. I don't know what year, but from when I renewed Sports Illustrated. So there you have it. I believe it was a 6-part video on all my hat collections, mostly sports, and then we just had the non-sports. A lot of Phillies stuff. I have 3 Phillies ones, one on the Iron Pigs, one on the other sports teams, and then the non-sports. So if you haven't checked out any of them, definitely check them out. Tell me what you think. You can leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed this series. That's something that I've wanted to do for a long, long time. Just didn't have the time. And I hope you enjoy. Hopefully, if you don't, just since I showed you that, if you look, I got lots of shot glasses. I kind of want to do a video on shot glasses, and some of my other memorabilia stuff I have up there. I kind of want to do videos on in the future. And I have a lot of posters here, which might be cool. So yeah, just tell me what you think on this video that was spent a lot of time on, and hopefully I'll have more collection videos for you in the future. Check this out. Check out all the other videos I have from different events and videos I put together. My yearly death videos, which I'm going to be getting together soon. Just check it all out. Thank you.